Good afternoon, and welcome to John Martin Reservoir. My name is Samantha Feely, and today I'll be giving you your presentation walking tour. Before we get started, I want to give you a little bit of history and education on John Martin Reservoir. We're about a 6 to 7 mile reservoir. We have many different cove areas in which this animal that we're about to talk about swims along. That's right, you're not going to be able to know the animal right off the bat. You're going to have to guess the animal. So, before we get started, I'm going to give you a couple fun facts to help guess the animal. The animal has a lifespan of 24 years. It can be seen an hour before dark or early in the mornings. That's when we saw the animal swimming along the shorelines, right early in the morning. It also is nocturnal, so that means it finds its food, it constructs, it works at night, and it also eats at night and sleeps during the day. This animal is also second to humans to being able to change landscape. What animal do you know that can change the landscape? It also can swim in the water for 15 minutes without surfacing. Can you guess it yet? Nope. Well, here's a little bit more that will help you guess the animal. So let's take a look at this fur right down below here. You see this fur hide. Does this help you guess the animal we're about to talk about today? That's right, it's beaver fur. We're going to talk about beaver today. A beaver is one animal that we have at John Martin that not many people know we have there. It's a mystery, and that you can only see them, that's right, an hour before dark or early in the morning. So a little detail on beaver fur. As you can tell, it's very soft. You can feel it. Yep, see? Very soft. Well, the softness helps beavers be comfortable in all different weather conditions because a beaver is a land and underwater animal. So it's on the shore and in the water. As you can tell, there are two different lengths. Beavers have an inner and an outer layer. This outer layer is this yellowish, brown, red color. It is very long. You can tell how long it is in the wind. It's very long and dense and coarse. Then the inner layer, as you can tell right there, yep, it's much shorter. It's fine, and it's this gray-brown color again. Well, the shorter layer acts as a waterproof barrier. It keeps the beaver's skin dry when they're underwater. Well, then right under the layers, 2 layers of fur, is a thick layer of fat. A beaver can weigh up to 60 pounds. That makes sense with the 2 different layers of fur and then the thick layer of fat. Beavers also secrete a natural oily substance called castrium. Just as when we're on the playground or running around and we secrete sweat, beavers secrete castrium, a smelly substance. How do they get that castrium, that substance all over their fur? Later we'll find out. So, now that we talked a little bit about the fur, let's take a look and see if we can find some tracks. That's right, beaver tracks. Come on, let's take a look. Look, we found some beaver tracks. These are the front paws of a beaver, and these are the back paws. Can you tell the size difference compared to my hand? That's right, the front paws are much smaller than the back paws. What else do you notice about them? That's right, the small paws have 5 claws, and the back just have 2 split nails. Anything else you notice? The webs in between the hind feet. What do those remind you of? Swimmer fins, right? Swimmers use those fins to swim faster in the water. Just as beavers use their webbed feet to swim graceful in the water. Beavers can swim up to 5 miles per hour in the water. Isn't that neat? Now that we've taken a look at their tracks, their fur, let's see if we can find a beaver skull and discuss and identify that. Come on! Well, we found a skull. As you can see the skull from this side of the view, it's very long and oblong, right? The jaw is very long. You can kind of see the back molars. There you go. And then what's really unique is their 2 front teeth. Yep, they just have 4, right? 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. They're real flat, if you can kind of see, and they're dented. What do you think the beavers use their 4 front teeth for? That's right, gnawing and cutting down trees. Beavers have very powerful and strong teeth and jaws. That's because they're herbivores. They eat leaves, plants, roots, aquatic plants as well, bark. Beavers' teeth and jaws are so powerful that they can cut down a young tree just in one bite. Can you imagine cutting down a tree, a small baby tree, with our teeth? Definitely not. They would break, right? Nasty, huh? Beavers also, just in 20 minutes, cut down a 6-inch aspen tree. So let's really take a good look at the beaver skull. Get a good look at their teeth, those back molars. Don't those back molars look familiar? That's right, they look just like our back molars. Very flat. That's what they use to grind the bark, their leaves, what they use to grind their food with. And then again, their front are to help cut the wood, because they do eat bark and trees and roots, but they also use their front teeth to cut that wood to build their homes. That's right, beavers build their homes out of wood. They make a dam, almost like a lodge. We're going to elaborate more on their homes and different wood markings that beavers make. Alright, let's go take a look to see if we can find some beaver markings. Come on. Let's go this way. This is kind of the bark we're talking about here that beavers would like to munch on. Would you like to munch on that? I definitely would not. It probably doesn't have a very good taste. Just right down below, we have some beaver markings. As you can see, those markings, those aren't claw markings, are they? No, they're teeth markings from a beaver. If you can kind of tell the shape of this, it's almost like an hourglass shape, because beavers cut their trees down in an hourglass shape. Get a good look at the hourglass shape and the different markings they have. I got a good look at how beavers cut their wood. Remember that they also use the wood to build their homes. They cut down the trees, branches, and use the logs and all of those, and then have mud and create their home in that. That's a really neat way, right? Exactly. Now that we talked about beaver's fur, their tracks, beaver's skull, and their teeth, and their different markings that they have, and what they use those branches for, now you are able to identify a beaver. If you're out and about and you happen to see an animal and you're not sure what it is, you're going to be able to tell and detect what a beaver is. Even though a beaver is mysterious and can only be seen when? An hour before dark or early in the mornings. You're going to be able to know it's a beaver. Before we leave the wood, I want to leave you one last thing. What did the beaver say to the tree? It was nice knowing you.